Hi there. Have you ever been sitting in your office daydreaming of one day owning your own business? Maybe the boss has been a bit of a pain in the neck, or maybe even a client, or maybe you've got better ideas about how to do things. You could even be sitting at home and you've got a great business idea that one day you'd like to turn into a reality. Well, if that's you, you've come to the right place. My name is Greg Boyer and welcome to Startup 101. Startup 101 has been formed for people who have that dream of one day starting their own business. Going out there, creating their own freedom, control of their own time, when they make decisions, where they work. All those things that come with business ownership, if it's done the right way. I remember many years ago working as an employee in the suit and tie, and well, actually, that was many years ago. I don't even know why I'm wearing this suit and tie now, because I don't need to. I dress a little bit differently, especially here in the lovely countryside. So if you can just hang on 1 second, I'm just going to get it back into my normal gear and I'll be able to tell you a little bit more of my story. Hi, I'm back and feeling quite a bit more relaxed now. I'm out of the suit and tie and in my normal gear. The sun's a bit strong too, so I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to put my hat on as well, just to be a bit sun smart. So where I left it last time was I was about to tell you a bit of the story about how I've been able to start a business and a bit of the lessons I've learnt along the way that may be able to help you in your journey. Many years ago, when I first started off work, I was doing engineering and I was a cadet at a large Australian company. I had a great bloke who was my mentor. Alan was probably, I laugh now, I thought he was old at the time. He's probably the same age as me right now. But Alan had been at the company for a long time, 30 plus years. And what he didn't know about the fire industry, no one did. There had been a bit of a change. The ownership had changed. A private equity firm had come in. And he grabbed me for a coffee one day and he said, "Greg, you got a few moments? Just want to give you some of my thoughts about what's happening lately." And I said, "Yeah, okay, Al." Anyway, we sat down and he said, "I don't think I'm going to be here long." And I said, "Oh, what's happened, mate? Are you a crook or you going to retire?" He said, No, none of those. He said, "I just think with what's happened with the job and the security of it, it's changed because the world's changing, private equity's come in. I wouldn't be surprised if I get the chop." And I've gone, "No, that wouldn't happen, mate. You know, it's a great Australian company. You're one of the most experienced people in it. Why would they get rid of you?" And he said, "I'd probably cost too much." And I just couldn't think. I thought, hang on. Out of all the job security around, I would have thought he would have had the most secure job. Anyway, true to his wisdom, 3 months later, Al came up to me, he said, "Oh, this is my last week." And he'd been given the pink slip. And I was just shocked. I thought, wow. I think I might have been 24, 25 at the time, thinking that I was in a job that I'd be working for life in, because being in a large company, I thought, wow, I must have job security. Well, that proved not to be the case. And to me, it was a bit of a sliding doors moment about understanding that being an employee in a company does not guarantee job security. I now believe business ownership does guarantee job security because you're the owner. if you do the business well. As an analogy to that, I then had a subsequent sliding door moment probably 5 or so years after that. I was working in an engineering consultancy at the time, and the guy, the principal of the company, Peter, great bloke, I asked him one day, because I had this little thought at the back of my head that one day I'd like to have my own business. I asked him why did he start up his own business, because he had come from a large company, a large engineering firm before that. And he gave me an example of, he said, picture this, Greg. Let's say there's a valley that you've got to cross and there's a river underneath it. There's 2 options here. He said, I liken being an employee in a company to option 1. And option 1 is there's already a built bridge and all you have to do is walk across it to get to your objective. Very easy to do. Not so much skill, but definitely you don't get a sense of achievement by getting across the valley. He said option 2 is you own your own business, and in that case there is no bridge. You've got to build it yourself. He said, so you've got to work out that you've got to get the rope to the other side, tie it up somehow, and then walk across that rope to get to the other side so you don't fall into the river below. He said if you can get to the other side, the sense of achievement that you have as a business owner is immense because you've created everything. You've achieved the goal, but you've built everything to get to that goal. He said the big risk is falling off that rope into the river below. He said that is the risk of being a business owner. He said, however, if you're a smart business owner, you will put a net underneath that rope. So if you fall off, you don't end up in the river. You just get back out of the net, go to the other side and try again. And you try as many times as you need to get to the other side. But because you've built a safety net there, everything's fine. He said that's what business ownership's like. And after he told me that, I thought, wow, that's a great analogy. And going, so a smart business owner is one that builds a net underneath the rope to ensure that they do fall, have a failure, they can still get up and do it again. And that really lit a spark in me about going, okay, so if I am going to do a business one day, I'm going to make sure I do it right. Fast forward now, 25 plus years. I've built many businesses in that time. From small to singular, I've had business partners. Even took one of the businesses with 3 of my partners to be listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. So I've seen quite a few failures, which I've learnt a lot from. I've also seen a lot of success, which I've also learnt upon. And that's why I wanted to start up Startup 101, to take that experience and knowledge and show people the right way to go about starting a business. From their creation in their mind all the way through to having the business up and running and selling goods or services for a profit. There is a technique to do it. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. There's a way to do it without the safety net, and then there is a way to do it with the safety net. What I'd like to do over the ensuring video blogs, any of the documents I can issue out to you, is to show you how to put that rope across the valley and have the safety net underneath it. So I look forward to sharing more of my tips and tricks and techniques in the ensuring blogs. Please feel free to subscribe to this video channel. Just click on the button below. If you like it, great. Please hit me a like. I'd love to hear any comments that you have about where you're at with your journey at the moment, and whether you have any concerns, fear of failure, anything to do with taking that dream of yours and making it into a reality. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to do for people. I want them to not just dream about a business, but to literally live their business dream. My name's Greg Boyer from Startup 101. I wish you well. Thanks.